Before the actual play starts, now you can see the total orchestra group assembled in front of the throne of Hiranyakasipu, and with traditional pranams, the artists, the rhythm players, the kanjira players, they are paying their obeisance to the spectators. We are really thankful and greatly indebted to the Eastern Zone Cultural Center, Kolkata, for having given us this opportunity to organize this workshop cum demonstration of Prahallada Nataka at Kulada. The name of Kulad has gone into the pages of history of Odisha because it is famous for two things. First, it is famous as a place of pilgrimage for the presiding deity, goddess Vyaghra Devi, and again for the great poet of medieval age, Kavi Samrat Upendra Bhanja, who has composed the all-time classic Vaidesha Vilasa, Lavanyavati, Kuti Brahmanda Sundari, and Ghumashar being the capital city of the Bhanja dynasty. It has seen many trials and tribulations of history during British rule and even prior to British rule, that is during the French annexation. We are very proud to have received the cooperation of eminent musicologist Sri Rakhal Chandra Mohanty, the retired music composer of All India Radio Cuttack, Dr. Hemant Kumar Das, a well-known dramatist, playwright, and a writer of dramatic theories, and Sri Subodh Patnaik, a young director of theatre who has established Natyagram and engaged in active theatrical activities in and outside the state and even abroad. In the course of these demonstrations and interactions with the gurus, artists, we will be receiving their valuable observations, opinions, guidances, so that the basic purpose of holding this demonstration and workshop can be realized. Ganesh is in his danceful mood and granting boons for the successful completion of this theatre. The throne of Hiranyakasipu is being used as the sitting arena of Lord Ganesh, and Lord Ganesh is dancing on the throne. After Lord Ganesh comes and blesses all the parties involved, the king, the main hero of the play, comes to the stage and starts acting. First, he narrates his life story, how he was born, how his younger brother was slain by the gods, and how he wants to take a revenge, and how continuously the gods have inflicted pains and terrors on demons. He narrates. The songs of Prahallada Nataka are set to various musical rhythms, and you can see the Hiranyakasipu dancing according to the rhythms. His footsteps, his physical activities, his looks, even his movement of the turban is in accordance with the rhythm being played by the rhythm player. Even one can see the expressions of the rhythm player on his face, who is playing exactly in tune with the dance beats. Here Lilavati, the queen of King Hiranyakasipu, comes onto the stage, and with her very appearance she tries to impress the audience, the spectators, with her beautiful dance. As we know, Prahallada Nataka is a combination of melodious songs and dance, every character involved in its presentation dances. And even the queen of Hiranyakasipu, Lilavati, is not spared. You can watch the beautiful dance patterns. Now both Hiranyakasipu and Lilavati are on stage, and Hiranyakasipu sings in praise of his wife, Queen Lilavati, and in amorous postures they move hand in hand. Hiranyakasipu and Queen Lilavati now can be seen in dancing mode. This is to express the love in between them. And Hiranyakasipu is trying to win over the heart of Lilavati. And after doing that, they are sharing the pleasure. The music which is coming now is from an instrument called Mukhabina. This is the main tune instrument to which other instruments follow. An old guru Simanchal Patra can be seen playing the harmonium and also singing. The other instruments used are tal, this mardal. These are the four instruments used: mukhabina, harmonium, tal and mardal. And surprisingly, its originality so far as music is concerned. After each scene is over, the orchestra group engage themselves in singing songs by Sutradhar and creating an orchestra to arrest the mood of the spectators and audience. And presently they are engaged in doing that. Now, to our right is Dr. Hemanta Das, and the spectacle one, Sri R.C. Mohanty, and holding the camera, Sri Subodh Patnaik, who have joined this workshop as experts. Now Prahallāda is in, and he is paying his obeisance and seeking blessings from all the spectators. And Prahallāda, the little boy, the tender-aged son of Hiranyakasipu, is a dancing doll. The same attire like his father, the same turban, but with a playful mood and more vibrant in his dance patterns. But the only difference between the father and the son is Hiranyakasipu is a Saivite, whereas Prahallāda is a devout worshipper of Lord Vishnu. Now the real play begins with Hiranyakasipu trying to persuade Prahallāda to pray Lord Shiva instead of Lord Vishnu. The first song of Prahallāda, praying to Lord Vishnu, Narayana. What a devotion from this tender age. A realized soul altogether, already. So firm in his belief, so firm in his faith and conviction that he is not going to budge to his father. singing is K. Simanchal, an award-winning guru, an Academy Award winner, and an outstanding artist. Devoted his entire life as a performer, subsequently as a guru, and till date he has maintained his tonal quality, and even at this age, after he puts on the costume, ascends to the throne of Hiranyakasipu. It is very hard to believe that such an aged person can act as Hiranyakasipu on stage still. Hiranyakasipu now tries to convince, persuade his son Prahallada to come to his faith and start worshipping Lord Shiva. The entire place of activity, the entire place of performance becomes a charged atmosphere, and one can see all the spectators, audiences becoming a part of the performance. They not only see, they not only watch the performance, at times they themselves becomes performers by interacting with Prahallada, by interacting with Hiranyakasipu. Having failed to persuade Prahallada, Hiranyakasipu comes back to his throne. And now it is the turn of Lilavati, his beloved wife, to convince his young son to follow his father. Rather, he will have to face the wrath of his father and bear all the tortures and torments. And that is why Lilavati, in her melodious voice and intensity, tries to convince Prahallada once more. This is a dialogue taking place in between Prahallada and Hiranyakasipu. Hiranyakasipu again requesting, convincing and ultimately ordering Prahallada to start worshipping Lord Shiva, which is being outrightly rejected by this small boy Prahallada. He is so brave, so courageous to withstand the authority, the dictatorship of his father. So humble, so polite in refusing. And Hiranyakasipu getting infuriated, getting more angry, not being able to admit his failure in persuading his own son, who is so drastically opposite to his faith. And this young boy is so candid and so straightforward in his expression, which really enthralls and influences, attracts the audience. Prahallada Nataka is a continuous play of persuasion, conflict. All the time, the father and the son engaged in verbal wars rather. And whatever Hiranyakasipu sings, he sings in danceful mood. Here it is. Dancing on the steps of his throne, he comes on to the acting arena. And chases his son. The son moves farther in dance movements set to rhythms. What a beautiful exchange between father and the son. The father is almost behaving like a foe, and the son absolutely not bothered. And this is what the spectators and the audience enjoy the most. And it happens at times that in order to take shelter, Prahallada goes into the audience, and audience, they give shelter under their arms to this little boy, and he is almost given a cover by the audience, and the search of Hiranyakasipu goes on. Here lies the beauty of this folk theatre, that is to say that the entire audience become a part of the total performance. At the time of giving shelter to Prahallada, they forget that they are not the characters of this play, and they have no business to give shelter to Prahallada. But it happens, and Prahallada gets the cover inside the audience. And again failure, Hiranyakasipu comes back to his throne. This is the part of the play when Prahallada is initiated to formal education, and Hiranyakasipu now can be seen instructing the gurus to initiate Prahallada to worship Lord Shiva instead of Lord Vishnu, which he has been doing so far. And these gurus, they provide comic relief to the audience in their expressions, in their dialogues, in their costumes, in their performances, everything. This scene, although has got some importance in the total story of Prahallada Nataka, probably it has been designed in such a way that instead of caring for what the story, it will provide comic relief to the audience and to the spectators. And Hiranyakasipu is now instructing the gurus to do as he says. The gurus of Prahallada Nataka are called Sandamarkas, one of them being Sukracharya, the guru of the demons.
Second jar. Stand like that,
Now Prahallada is being taught by his gurus and the entire audience is enjoying. This is the scene where Hiranyakasipu orders the butcher to slay Prahallada before the goddess Kali, and Kali and the butcher both can be seen performing on the stage. The artist performing as Kali, looking very ferocious, and the butcher standing in front of her with a sword. And before carrying forward and before carrying out the order of Hiranyakasipu and slaying Prahallad, they are acting inside the acting arena. And the most interesting part of the scene, the butcher and the Kali is engaged in dialogues. One can see in the process of killing Prahallad, how the butcher is killed by the Kali, and miraculously Prahallada gets an escape. This is the part of the story which is very frightening, and one can see literally the snakes having been ordered by Hiranyakasipu. The snake charmers have come with their ferocious snakes, which are king cobras, and the aim is to get Prahallada killed by snake bite. And the snake charmers are dancing, holding the snakes. And they are holding the snake as if they are holding some dolls, and they are holding some ropes. The audience and the spectators and the viewers may take these snakes to be rubber snakes, artificial snakes, but they are real snakes. And these people, the not real snake charmers, they have brought these snakes and they have got used to them, and they are in great demand. Wherever Prahallada Nataka is performed, they go there and perform this particular part of the story, part of the play. Now, all the snakes are placed on the turban of Prahlad, and snakes are hanging from his turban. And they are just playing over the entire body. And Prahallada too, oblivious of the consequences, without caring, without having a tinge of fear even, is just casually playing with the snakes. And the snakes, instead of biting him, instead of causing any harm to him, they are just behaving like pets. Fortunately, this effort of Hiranyakasipu to get Prahallada killed by snake bite is also defeated. Now Prahallada is singing his devotional songs in prayer of Lord Vishnu with the snakes over his body. Now the ultimate moment comes. The Prahallada and Hiranyakasipu are still fighting with their respective faiths. Prahallada, not agreeing to the proposals, persuasions of his father Hiranyakasipu, and satisfied with the prayer of Prahallada, Narayan or Lord Vishnu now will be taking an incarnation to save his beloved devotee child Prahallada. And as Prahallada says, Lord Vishnu is present everywhere in all the objects available in this world, both animate and inanimate. And now, inside this pillar is a make-believe pillar erected by the troop within which Lord Nrusingha stays, and Prahallada with incense sticks is now praying before him to save him from these unbearable tortures being inflicted upon him by his ferocious and cruel father Hiranyakasipu. And this becomes a ritual in Prahallada Nataka. And while Prahallada prays and makes a round around the pillar, all the people among the audience, they also go into the devotion mode, and with folded hands they forget that this is a play being enacted. They forget that this is not real. This is just a drama. And Prahallada is somebody in the garb of Prahallada. He is just a child whom they know. And Hiranyakasipu is just their fellow villager. Even then, they become devout, and they become for the moment devotees, and they start praying along with Prahlad. And this is where lies the real beauty of a folk theatre. When the theatre goes into the psyche of the people, and the people not only participate in it, but also become a part of the total performance, then the real folk theatre becomes a people's theatre. Now comes the ultimate moment of Prahallada Nataka, and Hiranyakasipu is running to the pillar with an intention to attack Nrusingha, who is hiding inside that pillar. The challenging dialogue taking place between the father and the son. And the spectators are tense because now they have to watch the ultimate moment. The mainline incarnation of Lord Vishnu is already hiding in the pillar. The entire audience is waiting, holding their breath, and now Odissi is running. And now he is going to fight the pillar. Hit the pillar. Narasimha is so ferocious and so powerful. It is believed that the artist who performs as Narasimha goes through a process of austerity. He remains on fast, doesn't take non-veg items and other things. And for that period remains celibate because he has to adorn the costume and garb of Narasimha. Now the war will take place in between both of them. The long hour demonstration of Prahallada Nataka was followed by a workshop in which the three experts, Dr. Hemanta Kumar Das, a theory writer of drama, a drama critic, Sri Rakhal Chandra Mohanty, a well-known music composer, Sri Subodh Patnaik, a theatre director, participated as the experts and resource persons, and other gurus and artists of Prahallada Nataka who have been assembled coming from various parts of the district and actively engaged in the performance and the production of Prahallada Nataka also participated. The seminar was moderated by Dr. Santanu Kumar Rath, who is the chairman of Banjo Institute for Rural Development and also an assistant station director of All India Radio Cuttack, has done a good amount of research work in the field of Prahallada Nataka. His thesis has been awarded PhD degree by Utkal University, and now this is Dr. Hemanta Kumar Das addressing the gurus and the artists.
रामकृष्ण छोटरायଙ୍କ रचना ये नुहे ताकू पाळक मंडी प्रहल्लाद नाटक संपर्क रे एबे बहु आलोचना होची आपण माने मध्य से सब विषय जानिथिबे बहु गवेषक एवं दर्शक माने मध्य ताकू ग्रहण करथिले दी जाउथे मोर बड़ भाई आ गोटे कथा मोर मन पकई देले जा विषय काली आमे आलोचना करथिलु काली मु देखिली मु टिके आउ आपन समय रहउची काली मु देखिली जे अन्य पांचोटी चरित्र
here are these gurus, very well known gurus, old gurus, Ramchandra Bhartiya, then Lalmohan Satpathy, Maheshwar Rana, K. Simanchal Patra, and many young gurus, those who have started their performance of Prahallada Nataka. Someone as a Prahallada initially, subsequently as Lilavati, and now as Hiranyakasipu. They are all assembled here.
आमे आपनकर निकटरे कृतज्ञ डॉक्टर दास एते बाटर टाणी आनी
Here is Sri Ramchandra Bhartiya, and here is Sri Maheshwar Rana. Both of them are very expert gurus. They have devoted their entire life towards this performance of Prahallada Nataka. In this old age also they have not lost hope. They are still interested and they have made it to the seminar, and with their active participation and interaction with the experts, a very well defined view has emerged. And Sri Subodh Patnaik, a known theatre director, a young theatre director, the founder of Natya Chetana and the founder of Natyagram, is speaking to the gathering. Now, the guru in costume is Sri Lalmohan Satpathy. His father, late Lakshman Satpathy, was also a renowned guru of Prahallada Nataka. This young man, Lalmohan Satpathy, is an outstanding artist, and he is speaking in an interview program. Here is K. Simanchal Patra, who was seen singing, holding the harmonium. He is also being interviewed and narrating his experience as an artist. Here is a very senior guru, Sri Ramchandra Bhartiya, very old, now has become weak, not able to move, no more able to perform. He has come as an expert, and during his young days, he was a celebrity guru. And all these gurus are now living almost in penury. They earn very little, and they have no open. They have not gained much, except that they have got some satisfaction, and they have become artists, and people know them. Need to be supported either locally by the patrons or by the government agencies or by the cultural department, so on. In all their interviews, they narrate their experiences and living conditions.
ସମୟ